Good morning, friends. How are we doing today? I hope we're doing well. The sun wants to say hi. Thank goodness. Today, I don't know how long this video is going to be. In my head, it's quick and short and easy peasy lemon squeezy. But we'll see if that actually happens, because everybody knows that I don't have a plan going into these videos, and I kind of just talk, hence why they're called the rambles. Yeah. And to clean you up a little bit there. Sorry, y'all. So what I wanted to talk about today was, I see a lot of people commenting under videos on social media, particularly Instagram, that there are no original experiences. And I wanted to share that upon that because I was thinking about it, and it's like, so if we are all one and all connected to the same grid of consciousness, then of course there are no original experiences. All the experiences are already there. They're just designated to certain frequencies. And depending on what frequency we resonate at is the frequency that we share an experience with. And that's how it happens to us, you know? So, all the kids who were in the GATE program, right? I believe that they did something to us to keep us in lower trains of, or lower frequency, like trains and everything like that. Things such as trauma loops, addiction loops, you know, things of that nature. And it would make sense because most of these other people that I've seen posting videos about the Gateway program and about this, we all have this kind of the same similar, oh gosh, yeah, no, Mother Nature's agreeing with me right now. We all have the same similar life experiences because we're all on the same frequency. They wanted to put us on the same frequency so that we could, oh my lord, y'all, they wanted to put us on the same frequency so that we couldn't get out of it, and they wanted to keep us here so that we can't get out of it and reach our actual potential and our actual frequency that we're, you know, normally operating at. And that's the same reason why they're putting all of this shit into our food. All these fucking PFAs and forever chemicals and shit like that. That's why there's fluoride in the water, so it can calcify our pineal gland. And like literally our pineal gland is like located in the center of our brain. It's our third fucking eye. And in animals, like you can actually see, like if you scan, like certain animals, if you scan their brain, you look at their pineal gland, it literally looks like an eye. There's a cornea, there's an eyelid, there's everything. So animals have that third eye. They're able to use it. Our third eye is blocked because of all this shit that's going on out here, okay? All this shit. I'm talking the 5G, Wi-Fi, radio towers, everything, okay? The CIA did a study in the 60s and 70s that was studying upon something that was being done like the later 1800s, I believe. So a scientist was trying to figure out the relationship between life and light. And he was able to prove that when life happens, light happens. But he couldn't recreate the experiment, and ultimately, it failed. And everybody else who picked up the experiment afterwards, and in this craze of light equals life, nobody else could replicate the experiment because we didn't have the technology to view ultraviolet light. And in the 1970s, I believe, a farmer accidentally proved that light happens where life happens, because he had a very specific type of yeast. I don't remember what type of yeast it was, but he had a type of yeast, and in cultivating the yeast, he saw the light flash when the yeast became like active and alive. You know, he saw that happen, and seeing that happen proved this theory that had been like brought forth like almost 100 years prior. He proved the theory. And since then, scientists have been working to prove it. And this is how thermal imaging was like brought upon, because they were trying to create technology in order to look at cells to see if there was light when we either died or lived. And what they found was that yes, light does equal life, but we don't know why. We don't know why. We haven't figured out why. They still don't know why. But excuse me. Here's the thing. So, when all of this was created, the Big Bang, there was light. There was nothing, and then there was light. Okay? Like, if anything, that is evidence of God's touch in all of us, okay? That is evidence of the Creator's touch in all of us. If we are made up of stardust and all the shit that's found floating around in the world, in the universe, then of course, like, we're gonna, like, of course the Big Bang is gonna happen inside of us, you know? I don't know. But yeah, of course, the Big Bang. Like, of course, like, light equals life. It's just another, to me at least, it's another indicator, another proof of God. And science that we can't understand, and things that we can't understand are things that is what we call magic, you know? Science that we don't understand is magic, okay? All of it is. I think it's absolutely incredible. Even more so, I think that what's incredible is that, now, as a nearly 26-year-old, I'll be 26 in 5 days, I think, on the 10th. What's today's date? Today's 6th. I'll be 26 in 4 days. So yeah, I'll be 26 in 4 days, and being on this earth for 26 years, and trying to go through what has been in my brain for 26 years, like, it's so... I know nothing, you know, and that's, like, the crazy part. There were points in my life where I thought that I knew everything and that I was, like, on top of all my shit, only to get, you thought, knocked the fuck down by God, because I really don't know anything. I was just, a selfish, cocky little teenager who thought that she knew everything and that the world was gonna go working in her favor. And that's another thing that I have a problem with, is that with manifestation, people are expecting the universe to bend to their will, and they want the whole universe to, so that they get what they want. And is that not Satanism at its finest? Thank you, Dad, for that point. But no, it really is. If you are selfish enough to beg the universe to change things so that you feel better about certain things, you know, like, there's something evil about that, you know? Expecting the whole universe to change and bend because you want something, because you want a very specific thing, is selfish as fuck. I don't care how spiritual you tell yourself that you are, because you can gaslight yourself and you can bend your own thoughts so everything makes sense and sounds good to you, but does it feel right? No, it's not going to. And that's why everybody is so frustrated with manifesting. It's because they're literally working for fucking evil under the guise of it being good, and that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. God is not, like, the higher power, whatever you think God is. And, like, when I talk about God, I'm not talking about the Christian God. I am talking about the higher power. I'm talking about God, you know? Not the Christian God, not whatever fucking God that you, whatever. I'm talking about the Creator, like, you know? And while I am here and I do believe in all of these other gods and all of these other energies, because that's what they are. Everything is energy. Everything is energy, has been, everything is alchemy, okay? Like, everything is transmuted energy. Energy exists, okay? It cannot be created or destroyed, so it has to be transmutated, okay? You're taking energy and you're putting it into something and it's creating something out of that. That's what everything is, okay? And that's what you want to do when you're trying to manifest things. What you want to do is, you have a goal, you want to do something, you want to create something, right? Okay, so what do you do with that? How do you get there? That's what you do. That's the manifesting. That's the, okay, this is what I want to do, I'm gonna get there. And then you go, how am I gonna get there? And then you do it. And then this that you started with here, your little vision, once you're here, you get to come back to here. It's like literally you jump back and forth. You're here, you start, you have the vision. Okay, what am I doing? How do I get there? Okay, now we're doing it. And then you go, boop. You do the fucking thing. You put the fucking work in. And that is how you manifest things, okay? You have the idea, you have the thought, you have the goal. It's literally just goals. You have a goal. And we've just put this coined term manifesting on it because it sounds glittery and sparkly, and everybody wants to romanticize their life without knowing what things actually mean and without doing the actual work. And they end up fucking bowing down to some materialistic fucking creator. And it's kind of sickening, but also it's the trap. It's the trap of the materialistic world that people fall into, and I don't blame them for falling into it, because it's very easy to fall into, and it's very difficult to see these things. It really is very difficult to see these things. And I will not sit here and say that I am perfect and I am above materialism, because I am fucking not. Like, seriously, you see my room, you see all the things that I have in my room. I like things. I like little trinkets, okay? These are all my sweaters over here. Got a gallon of water, a fucking water pitcher. You know, I like things sometimes, okay? Like, look at this little rock that I got. This is a really cool rock, by the way. This is a rock from... This is slag. Sorry, not a rock. He got mad at me for saying that it was a rock. This is slag. This is a byproduct of iron making and processing. I have a lot of these pieces of slag. They're super, super cool. I found this with my friend Caitlin the other day. She found a purple piece. And the purple pieces are from the fucking 1800s, the early 1800s. Yeah, you can date slag by the color that it is, just so you know, which is super cool. But yeah, back to my whole original, like, thing or whatever. So you have to, I talked about this in another video too, but you have to master the 6. Okay, 6 represents the material, okay? You have to master 6, 7. I know, I hate it too. I hate it, it irks me, I don't like that, but there are reasons for 6, 7 being an actual, like, thing. Just like 3, 6, 9, damn she fine. That's why that's also a thing, because in numerology, 3, 6, and 9 are very, 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 very important numbers. And so is 7. You know, 7 is the mastery of 6, and 6 represents the material world, and when you master 6, you master the material. And another thing people don't really understand is that if you want to reach, like, this level of spirituality, but you're, like, here, you have to master the material world. And mastering the material world isn't what people think it is, and, like, overcoming it. Oh, I don't need this, I don't need that. No, because in order to exist on the material plane, you need material things. How the fuck are you going to exist here without material things? Like, seriously. Hi, Lily. My little pretty girl. She just wanted to be included in the video, which is fine. Hi, princess. I love her. I love her so much. She's my old girl. Yeah, you wanna say hi, Lo? Say hi to my YouTube fam. Argyle's in here too. Hello, Argyle. Oh, he's getting mad at me now. But yeah, going back to the whole there are no original experiences. Yes, there are no original experiences. Yes, there are original experiences because there are, there are so many frequencies and so many levels of consciousness and so many levels of being that it's very difficult to like say that there are no original experiences. There are just frequencies that like take up a lot of like space, that's why a lot of us are living on the same frequency, I think crackheads and like, them bitches are living on a way different frequency. Kind of interested to see in that, Argyle, what are you meowing about? He's being one. But I think that they kept all the kids who were in the gay program on lower frequencies, in loops of addiction and trauma, so that we stayed on a lower frequency so that we can't access the high frequency of our normal states of being. So we're always suffering because they're afraid of us, because our brains and our minds, our pineal glands, are very, very, very strong and powerful. Okay? Okay? Yeah, good. But that's why we don't have any original experiences. If we're living at a frequency, then everybody living at that frequency is going to experience the same things. And that's what happens when you go higher up in frequency too, because there are people that are living in the higher frequencies that also have the same experiences. But you'll notice that a lot of the shared experiences are all lower frequency experiences, such as addiction, trauma loops, and things like that. Because there are more of us than there are of them. And that's why they're afraid. That's why they're afraid of us. So do yourselves a favor. Stop drinking the tap water. I'm being so dead ass right now. Stop drinking the fucking water. Okay? Stop washing your body with all the stupid fucking disgusting shit that they get from the grocery store, like Dove soap, all that soap, bro. No, you're just poisoning yourself. You're poisoning yourself. Eat good food, eat local and organic as much as you possibly can. Stay away from the grocery store. Meditate. You can turn anything into meditation. You can literally, anything can be meditation. Driving to work can be meditation. Drawing can be meditation. Sitting outside can be meditation. Doing the fucking dishes can be meditation. You can meditate doing almost anything. And I think that that's where a lot of people's like, oh, I don't want to meditate. I don't want to just sit there and do nothing. That's not what that is, bro. No, that's your idea of meditation that you have preconceived in your head because you haven't bothered to do any research on what it actually is or how to actually do it. So you're just saying no because it's easier for you. And I get that. It's very easy. It's always easier to do the easier thing or to not do the thing in general. But do the fucking thing. Do the fucking work. Change your life and you'll be fucking better off for it. Like, dude, I swear to fucking God. Like, and I can't say anything either because I'm sitting here fucking vaping and this is like literally like this is... I gotta quit this shit. But I want to go back to smoking cigarettes because I like my nicotine. And there we go again with the addiction loops. See? They keep us in the loop. But yeah, guys. Thanks for coming to my ramble today. If you're part of the GATE program or anything, I want to hear your experiences below. Because I remember the weird hearing tests that they had us do that weren't hearing tests. I remember getting pulled out of class to take these weird tests by myself in another room with these two dudes standing on either side of the table. Like, I remember this one time I was sitting, pulled me into this room, white room, sitting down, hand me a thing, a booklet, doing the booklet. There's a man standing here and there's a man standing here. And it's like one of those long tables, and I'm sitting at the head of the table. They're both standing on either side of the table watching me take this test. And I remember feeling really uncomfortable, being like, not knowing what was going on. Yeah, that was really weird. I don't remember what was on the test though, or what it was about. And I'm still trying to figure out what parts of my childhood and what parts of what I remember is actually part of that. And the more I talk to people and the more I see people's accounts of what happened with them, the more I'm remembering shit that has happened with me. And it's really weird. And I have these weird little little of memories and things that happened in this program as a kid. And I can't remember all of it. It's just little blips and things. But sometimes someone will say something and it'll go poof, and I'll be like, whoa, that's what happened. Shit. Yeah. So if you're part of the GATE program or anything like that, let me know. I'm intrigued to hear your stories and your current life experiences. But yeah, good luck living in this fucking stupid-ass Biggerson's world. Watch out for yourself, watch out for your friends, okay? It's okay to be crunchy. It really is. It's okay to be crunchy. Guys, it's the preferred way of living. I'm not biased. Anyway, happy spring, guys. I know the solstice just passed, and there are bits and pieces of meteorites falling through the atmosphere right now. A comet just passed through the sun's fucking fuck. I forget what it's called now. But yeah, the last time this asteroid passed through the sun's... Why can't I think of... I feel so stupid right now. I can't think of the word. Whatever. Last time this asteroid passed through the sun's orbit, the Roman Empire was falling 1600 years ago. So, yeah. Cheers to that. Good luck. Drink your water that is not fluorinated. Okay? Eat good food. Fuel your body. Fuel your mind. Take care of yourself, both mentally and physically. Okay? You were given a temple. Your body. Take care of it. Okay? Love y'all, fuckers.